Making sure you guys can hear me. There it is. We are on. Wonderful. So, welcome to the vibe with Charlene. We are doing it outside again, right here on my patio or in my patio garden. Now, in this one, we're going to be talking about protecting your mental health. Last week, we focused on heart health. We talked about blood pressure, how to reduce your blood pressure the natural way, the way we like to do it here. So before we begin, let's just take a moment to breathe. Ah, be grateful for this moment. Be grateful for this day. I don't know what your day was like. If it wasn't a fantastic day, I had a fantastic day on purpose. Now, if your day wasn't fantastic, that's all right. Not every day is a wonderful day. And we have to learn to roll with it. Like, no matter what life throws our way, we have to learn to adapt and not allow circumstances to stress us out or to make us feel unhappy. Life happens and it's up to us to adjust. So make sure if you or someone you know is going through high blood pressure and you're looking for natural ways to reduce that and get it back to balance, check out my last episode of the vibe. In this vibe, we're going to focus on protecting your mental health. What does that mean to you? First off, do you even know what your mental health is? If you don't know, I invite you to take a peek at the series I did last year on mental health. I went into deep details about what mental health is and different things that are our mental health. Well, learning to protect our mental health. Your mental health is your peace, your harmony, your power, your comfort. There's so many things that impact our mental health. It could be life stressors. It could be finances. It could be relationships, different situations that might happen in our life. And depending on how we interpret it, that's how we allow it or not allow it. Mind you, I'm saying allow because it's up to us. Things are going to happen, but it's up to us to interpret it the way we interpret it. We can take it in a way that can make us feel horrible, stressed, feeling like giving up. Or we can interpret it in a way to say, okay, life is just life. And what am I going to do with this situation to improve who I am, to learn from it, to grow through it? What do I need to do to overcome, to thrive? How do I empower myself? We take charge and we take ownership for the things that's happening in our life. This way, we empower ourselves to take action. Protecting your mental health is paramount. And there's going to be many things that might test you in this life. And it's your job to be aware of what may cause you stress or cause you disharmony within your peace, within your being, your consciousness or unconscious awareness. What's making you feel stressed? And I'll say it again, but I'll say it correctly now. What are you allowing to make you feel stressed? What are you allowing to rob you of your disturbing your mental health? You know your mental health is disturbed if you're having trouble sleeping, if you have trouble relaxing, if you have trouble sometimes eating, or maybe you're eating too much, if you're jumpy, jittery, if you have a twitch now because you know it took a toll on your nervous system. What's going on in there? What do you need to release? What do you need to become aware of that you need to filter, resolve in your life that's affecting your mental health? You see, awareness is where it starts. When you become aware of what is affecting your mental health, now you can set up a plan to protect your mental health. It might be something as simple as someone in your life that might trigger different emotions in you because of a situation you may have gone through with them. Maybe that person's personality just doesn't sit well with you for whatever reason. My mom would say, "Shut up, mama. It's a spirit taking world." And what she simply means by that is we're all on different frequencies. And your frequency might be different from mine. You might come onto my channel and be like, "Oh my God, I don't like that. I don't like the way she talks, the way she looks. I don't like her vibe. She's not for me." Someone else might come through and be like, "Oh my gosh, that's my soul tribe right there." Not everybody's going to like you. We're all on different frequencies. Some of the things that your neighbor or your friend or whoever, family member might be talking about, or the way they perceive things, it might be different from yours. And if you don't learn to set boundaries to protect yourself and or be allowing, meaning you understand that, listen, that's just the way they are. I'm not here to change anybody. I've got to be me, and they are who they are. You know what I'm saying? Live and let live. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Learn to let go. You're not here to control anyone or to change anyone or to mold anyone in the way you feel they should be. Your job is to be you every day, being the best version of you that you can possibly be. And understand that every day your best might change depending on how you're feeling. But always take time to analyze yourself. As you go to lay down or you go to bed, take a look at how your day was. Reflect upon your day. What did I do today that was horrible or great? Or what did I do today that made me feel wonderful? Or what experience did I have today that maybe didn't feel so good? And why didn't I feel so good? And I'm inviting you to go into that space where you're really sorting out your feelings. Don't be afraid of those emotions that may feel unpleasant. You need to go through those so that you can really understand what is that trigger. It might be something from years ago, a situation you've been through. I don't know. But the answer is within you. You have to look within. Take the time that you need to reflect upon your day. It could be 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Just set aside that time to reflect as deeply as you can and see what triggers you may have. Because sometimes these things are unconscious. We just know we feel antsy, we feel uneasy, we don't feel relaxed, and we don't know what it is. But when you take the time to just breathe, reflect, it can help you now look back and see what may have triggered those emotions in you that brings discomfort or unhappiness. And now that you're aware, now coming tomorrow and the days to come, you know what to do to protect yourself, to protect your emotions, to protect your mental health. Maybe I'm not going to jump into this conversation with Susie May. Maybe I'm not going to allow John to tell me whatever he wants to tell me. I'm going to put a stop to it. Because sometimes we allow people to speak to us or treat us in a way that we don't deserve or we shouldn't allow because we have a certain standard, but for some reason, because of fear or because of situation, we dropped our standards and allow someone to, I don't want to say abuse, that might sound harsh, but speak to us in a way that we usually would not accept. So fortify yourself, strengthen yourself, and then use what you've learned to stand up for yourself. Sometimes protecting your mental health means standing up for yourself. And not in a bullyish way to say, okay, I'm going to fight you because you spoke to me a certain way. But no, you can lovingly calmly tell someone, I don't appreciate that. Or I'm sorry, but I don't allow people to speak to me a certain way. And the way you just spoke to me, I don't appreciate that. Would you mind not doing that? And if they continue, you have a choice. You could disengage completely. You got to let people know you're serious. Don't take setting boundaries for granted. And in my opinion, the earlier you set boundaries in a relationship, the easier it is. From the first time something happens that you don't like, you put it in check right there. And I know sometimes people catch you off guard, but prepare yourself. Be strong in yourself. Put it in check right there, right then. Like, no, I'm sorry, but that's not my game. I don't walk that way. I don't talk that way. No. And be mindful. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Just simply, how you expect to be treated, treat others the same way, with love, with respect, with kindness. Set standards for yourself as well. So make sure that you're also treating others with love and respect. So that when you set those boundaries, you're like, listen, Charlene, I don't speak to you that way. So I don't appreciate it if you speak to me that way. I speak to you with love. I speak to you with respect. Even if I'm upset or I don't like something you did, you don't see me come yelling at you like that. No, I speak to you with respect. And I expect the same of you. If we want to continue this progressive relationship or whatever it is, we have to set certain boundaries. We have to lay out our rules, our ground rules. This is what I expect. And there might be a time that, because emotions, let's be real, emotions sometimes, they're very strong. We might lose ourselves in a moment, or someone might lose themselves in a moment. So that's where forgiveness comes in. But by all means, set your boundaries, set your boundaries, set your boundaries. Especially in the beginning, it will make your life so much easier when you set your boundaries in the beginning of a relationship. Okay? Let me see who's in the chat. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm so sorry I wasn't looking at the chat, y'all. Robert, good evening and welcome in. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. It's kind of hard to see the chat. I'm outside in the sun. Although it's going down, it's really hard to see. But everybody in the chat, welcome in. I'm so sorry. I was only able to see Robert. But I could see there's a few people in here, but I can't really see the names. I'm trying to click on the things so I can see. It looks like Mrs. VS. I'm sorry, I can't see it well. Oh, welcome in, my love, and thank you so much for being here. Yes, double click, and like. I appreciate you, Ron. Now, protecting your mental health is absolutely necessary. And I'm speaking here from love. I've had a mental breakdown, and I told you guys this before for those of you that have been rolling with me. I was just 19. And that was one of the hardest things I ever had to go through. And I would not like to see any one of us go through it. Take time out to just breathe. Feel what you're feeling, process your emotions. Don't keep your emotions buried. Express yourself. If you need to speak it into the wind because you don't feel like you can trust anyone, do that. People might think you're crazy. That's all right. Better people think you're crazy and you're not crazy than you actually keep all that emotion in there and you actually go crazy. You don't want that to happen. Take time out to process your feelings. Don't just try to cover them up because you want to get to that state where I feel good, I feel great, I feel happy. We're not always going to feel happy. That's just life. And it's all right. I'm speaking from experience here as well because I am by default happy person. I always want to feel happy. I always want to feel great. Like everything is well and wonderful. Yay. But guess what? There are going to be times when we feel sad. It's part of the human experience. There are going to be times when we feel angry. We may feel anxious. It's all part of the human experience. We are a wide spectrum of emotions. And we now have to learn how to use those emotions to keep us balanced. Experience all of those emotions, learning how to master them, learning how to use them, to express them in a way that brings harmony, peace, productivity, creativity. You can use your anger to create or to destroy. And destroy is not necessarily a negative thing. Sometimes we got to destroy things so that we can build and recreate something new. Some old habits, they need to be destroyed. They need to be gone because they're no longer serving you. Learn to master your emotions and your life can be so much better. Mastering your emotions can help you to not just protect, but to keep your mental health, your emotional health, physical health, all in balance. And absolutely, we all need a release sometimes. When you keep things bottled up inside of you, not only does it mess around with your mental health, it mess around with your emotional health and your physical health. Why do you think a lot of people have inflammation? It's not just the food they eat, ulcers. It's not just the food they eat, it's what they're feeling and they're not releasing or processing. That's why some people tap different parts of their body as they're breathing and just letting go. Ulcers come from unforgiveness. What are you keeping stuck in your body? Some of us have energies that are trapped there for years and it's manifested in a physical way, causing physical ailment. So do yourself a favor. If you need to forgive a situation or someone, including yourself, yes, we have to sometimes forgive ourselves. Get it done. This is for your benefit, not mine, not the person that wronged you, supposedly, because sometimes we think we're right and we're not, just being real. We think we're right, but we're not, because everyone has a different perspective as to what happened in any given situation. We may all be in the same experience, but we're all experiencing it differently from our own perspective, our own mindset. I see my brother is in the chat. Welcome in. How are you, Johnny, Johnny, Johnny? Johnny Swell Pepper. Good to see you as always. Thanks so much for coming through. I appreciate you guys. And for the likes, everyone in the chat, shout out. I'm so sorry. I just happened to see Johnny came by and he said hi. I know there's a lot of people in there, but I'm just not seeing everything that comes through. But you guys know it's all love here. Just tap into the message. Be sure you check in every Tuesday, 7:45 p.m. with the vibe. There's going to be some days in the summer that we're going to switch it to the morning time. I will announce though beforehand. It will be usually like 9 a.m. or so in the morning. Same thing for my other channel. Instead of 7:45 p.m. on Thursdays, it will be Thursdays at 9 a.m. and Tuesdays at 9 a.m. on this channel. Now, getting back to the vibe, to the vibe, to the vibe. Oh, by the way, before I do that, shout out to all my members. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone that gives to the channel, be it a like, be it a subscription, be it membership, gifts, cash apps, all the stuff. I really appreciate that. Just interacting with me is such a blessing. And I just want to honor you and say thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I appreciate you. Johnny, how are you? I know you're taking time off and stuff, so special shout out to you. How are you? And please know that you can always reach out to me if you ever want to chit chat, okay? All right, back to our topic, protecting our mental health. Like I said, being aware is one of the first steps you can take when you're aware of your feelings and what's causing you disturbance, what's disturbing your peace, what's disturbing your mental peace, your emotional peace. Once you, I see somebody else came in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so sorry. It's hard to see your name. I don't know why I'm not seeing everybody's name. Maybe I need to go back inside and do these lives. I'm sorry. But I like being outside when it's warm, so we'll figure it out. But being aware of what's causing you disharmony is paramount because now, when you're aware, you can step into the realm of setting up your plan, like I said earlier, to protect your mental health. If Charlene is causing me some mental stress, I might stay away from Charlene for a little bit until I learn how to be in her energy and not let her energy affect me in a way that's causing me disharmony. Do you follow what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to disconnect, disengage ourselves from different people, from different situations, so that we can fortify ourselves, strengthen ourselves, regain our confidence, our self belief, regain our power, so that now when because sometimes we can't avoid people because we either live with them or we work with them or whatever it might be. But we have to learn how to make it work in a way that does not bring disharmony to us, to our peace. Meditation is super helpful. Meditation is super helpful. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my baby. He's tapping over there. um, taking a walk like around nature, that also is really good for your mental health. In my opinion, I find nature to be very soothing to me. And just simply looking up, like I would sit, look at the sky, whether it's the day sky or the night sky. And that in itself brings a certain peace to my vibe. I don't know about you guys, but I find peace in nature. It helps me to regain my balance. I found that even looking at my plants that I'm growing, and I promise I'm going to show you guys the plants they're growing. The plants that we planted just about 2, 3 weeks ago in the garden, they're starting to sprout, and I'm excited about that. That in itself, it brings me a peace, a certain amount of joy. And it's like just to see the growth. So find your catharsis. What is that thing or those things that work for you that bring some kind of peace and harmony to yourself? And as you're doing these things, as you're walking, as you're meditating, as you're breathing or dancing or stretching, mhm, you can process your emotions. You can think. Sometimes you can think with your body, meaning as you stretch a certain way, you're releasing certain tension. You're letting it go. You're cleansing your body space, resetting yourself. And that is so relevant to making sure that you're not stacking up pile upon pile of negative emotions of disharmony, causing yourself to feel unwell. Take time out every day if you could to do something to bring peace within yourself, to maintain your peace, to maintain your balance because it is paramount. What happens to a pressure cooker if it gets too hot? After a while, that's when we blast out with anger. That's when some of us might collapse. My dad collapsed. He was 46 at the gas station, collapsed. got taken to the hospital by my brother. 2 days later, he passed away. Take time out to honor your feelings, your emotions, your physical. It all matters. They all work together. The metaphysical body, the physical body. Learn to close, release, to let go. If you feel overwhelmed, take a break, take moments. And you know when you feel overwhelmed, when you're doing too much, when you're doing a lot, when you're aware now, and you're going to be aware because you're hearing my voice, care about yourself. So you're going to take the time need to release, to reset yourself. Please be. Take the time you need. And sometimes something as little as sneezing helps you to release some type of pressure. My little ones, they're looking at me and like trying to get my attention. Exactly. It explodes. And you don't want to get to that point where you just explode. If you need to go speak to someone, a professional, there's nothing wrong with that. Get a coach, someone that can guide you through, someone that can help you learn how to master your emotions, how to check in with yourself and see what's going on. Sometimes we just need to take a vacation, take a change of scenery, take a day off for your mental health. If you work a 9 to 5, or if you work a business, whatever you're doing, take a day or two, maybe three, whatever you need, to just do whatever you want to do. Things that make you feel happy. Change your routine up for a little bit. That all helps you to reset and to maintain mental health balance. Balance in your life is so paramount, keeping you sane and healthy. Take the time out that you need for yourself because you deserve it. You don't want to go around feeling cranky all day, anxious, tired, overwhelmed, overworked, angry, feeling like you just want to, the next person look at you wrong, they're going to get it because you're in a mood. No, check in with yourself so you don't have to just explode at someone or implode on yourself. Implode is like you're talking to yourself in all kinds of negative ways, talking badly about yourself, feeling down in the dump and just feeling like giving up or feeling like, oh my gosh, why me? Why this? And you're looking at all the worst case scenarios in your life and you just keep piling it on. Instead of imploding or exploding, take time out to release and reset. Twin Rocks, hey, welcome in, my brother. How are you? So good to see you. Welcome to the vibe. Take time out to release. And some of you may say, I can't afford a vacation. You can have a vacation right at home. Set up your space in a way that makes you feel nice and comfortable and relaxed. Lay down. Maybe watch a show that you like, something that makes you feel good. Vibe with yourself. Meditate. Dance, throw on some music, maybe clean up your house, declutter your space, rearrange your furniture. Whatever it is that you can do that makes you feel good. Get creative. Make some jewelry. I used to make, and I do want to make some more again. Crystal bracelets. I find joy in that. I love jewelry, by the way. And shout out to Vern. Vern sent me Some beautiful earrings that are my vibe. They're big, they're cute, they're just so Afrocentric, and I love them. Thank you, Ferns. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you check out Burns. He is very motivational, very positive, go getter type of vibration. And she shares content on YouTube and on Instagram. Her channel is Elevate with Birds. Again, sis, thank you. I honor you and I appreciate you. By the way, this t shirt that I'm wearing is the Power t shirt, and it is created by my sister, Joy, from Be the Difference Clothing. If you ever want to check out her clothing line, definitely the link usually is in my description. Not sure if I have it there now, but if not, it should be, I believe, in my About Me section. Beautiful products. Now I see somebody saying something, but I can't really see who you are. But thank you so much and shout out to you. I think it's Lucy. I'm not sure, but if it's Lucy, hi Lucy. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate you, beautiful soul. Mwah. So, guys, your mental health is in your hands. You are in charge of your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. Yes, your doctors are there to help guide you. But let's face it, y'all, doctors are busy, they're overwhelmed, overbooked, some of them, and they may not always have the time to give you the care that you need. So it's your job to make sure you're following up and doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. A mental breakdown is not an easy road. You do not want to travel that road. So take the time you need now to take care of yourself before your kettle starts whistling or before your pressure just blows off. You don't want to explode. So do what you need to do to release, to let go, and restore your peace and your balance. Protect your mental health at all costs. Set boundaries that need to be set and do so lovingly and respectfully. You don't have to yell. You don't have to scream. You don't have to get angry. Communicate clearly, communicate effectively, communicate lovingly. And you could be stern yet loving. Don't get it twisted. You can be stern with someone if you need to be, but yet loving, commanding your respect, commanding your space, your boundaries. So, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. I'm going to give you a little tour of the little patio garden that we have out here. Since I'm out here, I might as well show you guys for those of you that do gardening with me. Let me show this to you, but let me just officially close out the topic for tonight, which is protecting your mental health. Stay always well. Protect your mental health. I love you guys. So let me show you. Da-da-da. Right, so we have this plant over here. Now, y'all don't ask me what it is, but I know it's beautiful. This is one of the okras that we transplanted. And this one is growing so beautifully. So big. Look at this. More okras. And we have some cucumbers as well. Nothing sprouted there as yet. We have a few little sprouts in this one, and I believe that one. And look at that. Do you guys see these? These are our beets. I was actually kind of surprised, I'm not going to lie, that they sprouted so quickly. Our lavenders have not sprouted as yet. They're still there, no sprouts. Now, I'm not sure what that is, but it's growing. This, I believe, is another okra. We have some other stuff underground that didn't sprout as yet. This, I think I'm just going to dig up. That's a leek, and from what I understand, leek grows better in the cold season. So we're going to try a leek in the cold season, okay? I made a mistake with that one. Still waiting for the mints to sprout. I kind of give it a little trim to see if that will help. Still waiting for them to come back. But that's that. We have some little ones coming up here. And the scallions, they also. Yay. also kind of grew like really fast, which is kind of like no surprise because scallions grow really fast, but those came up a little bit faster than I expected. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. This is a flower plant I got for Mother's Day from my son Kobe, and I got this for Mother's Day from my son Quasi. Now, Kobe told me this is a flower plant. Not sure what kind of flower, so I'm gonna transplant it downstairs. And this one, I have to ask Quasi's teacher what this is. They're both beautiful plants, but I don't know what that is. So I don't know if I need to take it downstairs or leave it upstairs. These are some more okras that I started planting. Ooh, there we go. I put those in the soil the last time I did a garden in life, and more okras. So I'm just waiting for those to get to the state where they're ready to be transplanted, and then we're going to transplant those. They might be ready in a couple of days, maybe by next Sunday. So if the weather's agreeable next Sunday, I'll come on and do some Sunday gardening, and we can go from there. So anyway, that was my little mini garden tour. I hope everyone a wonderful rest of your night. Take good care of yourself. Remember to breathe on purpose. Take care of your heart. Take care of your mind. Take care of your entire being so that you have all the strength and the energy you need for this amazing journey that we call life on earth. All right. I will see you in the next one. Until this same time next Tuesday, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll catch you on the next vibe. See ya. Peace.